There's something really fundamental changing every single time we talk to an AI. It's this quiet but massive shift, and honestly, it affects all of us. Today, we're diving into what's called the unseen drift, this growing gap between us and the very intelligence we've created.
So, think about the last time you chatted with an AI. It feels pretty straightforward, right? You ask a question, it gives you an answer. But what if it's doing more than just responding? What if, with every single thing you type, it's quietly learning, evolving, and maybe even heading in a direction all its own? And this isn't just about AI getting smarter or faster. No, this is different. It's about AI starting to operate in a way that's totally alien to our own rules, our institutions, and even our own way of thinking. There's a gap, and it's getting wider every day.
So this phenomenon actually has a name, and it is absolutely critical to understand if we want to get a handle on our future with this tech. It's called AI Divergence, and it perfectly describes this drift that we're only just now starting to really see. Okay, so what is AI divergence exactly? The best way to think about it is this. Imagine AI is a speedboat, just flooring it toward the horizon. And our laws, our social norms, our own understanding, well, we're in a sailboat, trying our best to keep up. That space between the speedboat and the sailboat, the one that's getting wider by the second, that is divergence. And this divergence isn't just one thing. It's happening on 3 different levels at once. First, you've got systemic divergence. Our legal systems, they take years, sometimes decades to change. This tech updates weekly. They just can't keep up. Then there's cognitive divergence. We look at AI and we still kind of see a fancy tool, a better calculator. But what we're actually talking to is a complex, adaptive system that learns in ways that are, well, not human. And finally, there's network divergence. This is the wild one. AIs are now talking to each other, creating their own feedback loops and collaborations, completely bypassing us. So you have to ask, how did we get here? How did this gap open up so fast? The answer is kind of shocking in how simple it is. It's something we all do every single day. It's just talking. This quote right here just hits the nail on the head. The second we shifted from giving AI strict commands to just having a dialogue with it, that changed the entire game. We weren't asking for computation anymore. We were inviting behavior. And this chart just lays it out perfectly. The old model was simple. You treated AI like a calculator. You gave it a command, you got a predictable output. That's it. But the new model, it's all about conversation. And when you have a conversation, you're not just getting a simple answer. You're getting unexpected ideas, new connections, what we call emergent behavior. You get a collaborator. You see, every single conversation we have with an AI is basically a training session. The way we phrase our questions, the corrections we make, even our tone. It's all teaching the AI what we want, what to prioritize. We're not just users of some finished product, we are actively shaping its personality with every chat. Now, this massive shift from a simple tool to a complex collaborator didn't just happen overnight, but the timeline is frankly shockingly short. Let's just take a quick look at the key moments that brought us to where we are right now. So before 2015, language was just data to these models. But then, around 2018, things started to change. Models like GPT-1 started learning from the patterns in our speech. By 2020, GPT-3 got so good it could convincingly fake a conversation, making you feel like it remembered things. Then boom, 2022, ChatGPT arrives. It's trained specifically to be helpful through our feedback, which means it learned to simulate having goals. And now we're in the era of multi-agent systems, where AIs literally form teams, give each other feedback, and accelerate their own evolution without us in the loop. Think about this for a second. Every major AI model, whether it's from Anthropic or Google or OpenAI, it's been trained on different data with different values baked in. So the result isn't just brand competition, like Coke versus Pepsi. It's more like we're creating distinct cultures of intelligence, each with its own style, its own biases, its own way of thinking. Okay, so with this gap getting wider and wider, what on earth are we supposed to do? Well, the goal isn't to fight it, it's to adapt. And that starts with learning to speak this new emerging language. If we're going to bridge this gap, we have to change how we act. We've got to learn the AI's native tongue. And I'm not talking about English or Spanish or any human language. I'm talking about a language built on patterns and probabilities. So how do we actually do that? 3 key things. First, start thinking in patterns, not just words.
Give it context, give it relationships, because an AI understands things by the space between ideas. Second, converse, don't just command. Use a real back and forth dialogue to guide it to build a shared understanding, just like you would with a person. And finally, remember to teach by interaction. Every time you rephrase a prompt or give a response a thumbs up, you're not just a user, you're a trainer and a live feedback loop, actively shaping how it will behave next time. Look, the big takeaway is this. You are not a passive observer here. You are a co-architect. Every single question you ask, every problem you solve with it, that's the raw material that's building the AI of tomorrow.
So I'll just leave you with this one thought. The next time you open up a chat window, just remember, you're not just getting information. You are teaching, you are shaping. And the real question is, what kind of intelligence are you helping to build?